Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigns, interim government formed under the leadership of Mohammad Yunus. Indian culture gets recognition. Moidams listed in World Heritage Sites. Moidams is in Assam. The central government took a big step to eradicate elephantiasis. A nationwide mass drug administration campaign was launched. Medicines will be distributed door to door under the campaign. The Ministry of Culture inaugurated India's first Sunken Museum. The layout of the museum is inspired by Bauli. This museum is on the premises of Humayun tomb, Delhi. Landslide wreaks havoc in Wayanad. Kerala demands the central government to declare landslide a national disaster. Immediate assistance will be available to deal with the impact of landslide. Recently, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned after being in power for 15 years. The Prime Minister has taken this step due to violent protest by students for several weeks. The students were demanding the removal of the quota system, which was a matter of reservation in jobs. It is noteworthy that the students were angry due to the restoration of the quota or reservation by the court, which was cancelled in the year 2018. Let us tell you that under the quota system, 30% of government jobs were reserved for the descendants of veterans who fought in the Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971. There was huge anger among the students about this quota system, which led to the anti-discrimination student movement. Meanwhile, after the resignation of Sheikh Hasina, the Army Chief of Bangladesh announced the formation of an interim government. As we know, recently Nobel laureate Mohammad Yunus has been appointed the head and chief advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh. Let us tell you that Bangladesh is India's largest trading partner country in South Asia. The value of bilateral trade in 2023-24 was $14.01 billion. In such a situation, the impact of the coup in Bangladesh over India is inevitable, which can affect the existing rail, road, transshipment, and other infrastructure projects. At the same time, the coup may lead to the spread of illegal drugs, human trafficking, and counterfeited currency. Let us inform you that Bangladesh came into existence in 1971. Bangladesh shares the longest border with India. It is surrounded by India in the north, west, and east, and Myanmar in the southeast. Bangladesh shares a 4,096 km long border with India. Recently, Moidams was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. This site is the 43rd site from India to be included in the World Heritage List. It was included in the list during the 46th session of the World Heritage Committee. This session was held in New Delhi from 21st to 31st July. It is noteworthy that India hosted the session of the World Heritage Committee for the first time after joining the World Heritage Convention of 1972. The Moidams is a third World Heritage property from Assam and first in the cultural category. Assam's two other World Heritage sites are Kaziranga and Manas National Parks, which are included in 1985. At the same time, India ranks 6th in the world in terms of the highest number of World Heritage properties. Let us tell you that Moidams has a historical and cultural connection with the Ahom dynasty, who ruled Assam from 1228 AD to 1826 AD. The founder of this empire, Choulung Siu Khapa, built his first capital in Charaideo. Moidams are the burial mounds of Ahom royals and nobles. Moidams are largely concentrated in the districts of Upper Assam near Charaideo. They are similar to the Egyptian pyramids. Its outer part is semicircular and the size ranges from a modest mound to the height of a small hill. Their size depends on the power, status, and prestige of the person buried. It has a domed chamber and a high platform in the middle where the body was kept. Let us inform you that UNESCO World Heritage Sites are places of cultural or natural importance. These are considered to be of universal value to humanity. They are included in the World Heritage List by UNESCO under the World Heritage Convention 1972. Recently, the Ministry of Culture inaugurated country's first Sunken Museum. This museum is located on the premises of Humayun's tomb in Delhi. It was inaugurated during the 46th session of UNESCO World Heritage Committee held in New Delhi. The layout of this museum is inspired by the Baolis or traditional water tanks. It depicts the legacy of the Mughal Emperor Humayun and lesser-known facets of his life and the heritage of the Nizamuddin area over the last 7 centuries. Let us tell you that Humayun's tomb is in Delhi. It was built by Humayun's widow Haji Biga Begum in 1569-70, 14 years after Humayun's death. While its design was prepared by Miraq Mirza Ghiyas, it was the first garden tomb of the Indian subcontinent. Due to this, it was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1993. This tomb is the inspiration for many major architectural innovations. Let us inform you that Humayun was the second Mughal Emperor of India. His full name was Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun. He ruled from about 1530 to 1540 and then from 1555 to 1556. The name of the biography is Humayun Nama, written by his sister Gulbadan Begum. Recently, researchers have discovered lithium in the Mandya and Yadgir districts of Karnataka. The Atomic Minerals Directorate for Exploration has confirmed the presence of 1600 tons of lithium reserves in the Mandya district. It is believed that the dependence on the import of lithium will decrease. Presently, India is dependent on the import of lithium from China and Hong Kong. However, this recent discovery will promote self-reliance in energy storage needs and the adoption of green energy. Let us tell you that lithium is called white gold because of its ample use in batteries, ceramics, computers, medicines, and even nuclear bombs. It is a soft and silver-like white alkaline metal. It is also the lightest metal in nature. It is widely used in making batteries for mobile phones, electric vehicles, etc. It is also used in the manufacture of rechargeable lithium-ion batteries and pacemakers for the heart. It is also mixed with metals to increase the strength of alloys and keep the weight light. Recently, a massive landslide was witnessed in Wayanad, Kerala. Due to this, Kerala has demanded the central government to declare the Wayanad landslide a national disaster. In such a situation, immediate assistance can be provided to deal with natural disasters and their impact on sensitive areas. Let us tell you that a national disaster is an event or crisis that affects a large geographical area. Its occurrence causes loss of life, property, and environment. These events can arise due to natural, human, or technical reasons. In India, such disasters are managed by NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority. Let us inform you that the National Disaster Management Authority is the supreme body for disaster management in India. It is headed by the Prime Minister. It works to manage disasters and regulate relief operations in the country. It was constituted under the Disaster Management Act 2005. Its primary objective is to formulate policies, plans, and guidelines related to disaster risk reduction and management. It publishes annual reports which provide information about disaster management efforts across the country. Recently, India has shortlisted 2 astronauts for the Axiom-4 mission. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla and Group Captain Prashant Balakrishnan Nayyar have been selected for this. However, both are also among the 4 astronauts selected for the India Gaganyaan mission. They will be trained in the United States of America for the Exim4 mission. It is noteworthy that this mission was conceived in the year 2023 with a joint effort of ISRO and NASA. Let us tell you that the Exim4 mission is the 4th private astronaut mission to the International Space Station. This mission is being organized by the Houston-based Axiom Space Company, which is known for promoting commercial activities in space. Its objective is to transport the crew to the International Space Station on a 14-day mission. They will be launched to the ISS on a Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, USA. The spacecraft used in the mission is SpaceX Crew Dragon, which has advanced technology and security features. Recently, the central government has launched a biannual mass drug administration campaign to eliminate lymphatic filariasis. This is the second phase of a nationwide mass drug administration campaign. Under this campaign, door-to-door delivery of preventive medicines will be provided in the targeted districts, which includes 63 districts of Bihar, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Odisha, Telangana, and Uttar Pradesh. This campaign will further strengthen India's goal of eliminating lymphatic filariasis before the global target. Let us tell you that lymphatic filariasis, commonly known as elephantiasis, is a serious, debilitating illness which spreads by the bite of Culex mosquitoes that thrive in polluted water. Its symptoms are abnormal growth in body parts. It can also cause permanent disability. It can be treated by preventive chemotherapy, which prevents the spread of infection. At the same time, the disease can also be prevented by giving annual doses of medicines in risk areas. Let us inform you that the target is to eliminate lymphatic filariasis by 2027. Currently, India is on track to achieve the target ahead of the scheduled date. Recently, the NGT has ordered the Ministry of Environment to set a deadline to declare the Western Ghats as an eco-sensitive zone. It is noteworthy that the Union Environment Ministry issued a draft notification to declare the Western Ghats as an eco-sensitive zone in 2022. Its purpose is to protect the rich biodiversity of the Western Ghats. This draft also suggests a complete ban on mining and excavation. At the same time, the notification also proposes to phase out the existing mines within 5 years. Let us tell you that the Western Ghats are spread over 6 states, that is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Previously, the Madhav Gadgil Committee was formed in the year 2011 to give suggestions on the conservation of the Western Ghats, where the committee believed that it was necessary to protect the dense forest and a large number of endemic species of the Western Ghats. A panel was formed under the chairmanship of K. Kasturi Rangan to consider the recommendations of the Gadgil Committee. After its recommendations, the central government issued a draft notification for the conservation of the Western Ghats. Let us inform you that eco-sensitive zones are those areas which are very important from the environmental point of view. The natural wealth and wildlife found here are especially valuable, due to which their conservation becomes necessary. With all the top news we have covered in this bulletin, let's now focus on 5 questions based on all the news covered so far. Questions based on today's bulletin are: first question is, consider the following statements with reference to Bangladesh. 1. It came into existence in 1971. 2. It shares its border with India in the west, north, and east. 3. It shares its border with Myanmar in the northeast. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Only one, only two, all three, or none of these. Next question. Consider the following statements with reference to Moidams. 1. It is related to the Ahom dynasty. 2. It is a burial mound of Ahom royals and nobles. 3. It has a domed chamber with a high platform in the middle. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Only one, only two, all three, or none of these. Next question. Consider the following statements with reference to Axiom-4 Mission. 1. This is the 4th private astronaut mission to the International Space Station. 2. Under this mission, astronauts will be trained in the US. 3. It will be launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none of these. Next question. Consider the following statements with reference to the disease lymphatic filariasis. 1. This disease is known as elephantiasis. 2. It is transmitted by the bite of a Culex mosquito. 3. This disease causes lymphedema in the limbs. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none of these. Last question. Consider the following statements with reference to Western Ghats. 1. It is spread across 6 states, namely Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala. 2. The Gadgil Committee was formed in 2011 to give recommendations for its conservation. 3. The region is famous for dense forest and a large number of endemic species. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none of these. Recently, World Lion Day 2024 was celebrated. This day is celebrated every year on 10th August. It was founded in the year 2013 by Derek and Beverly Jobert. Its purpose is to raise awareness about the challenges faced by lions in the wild. The lion is an integral part of the national emblem of India, which is a symbol of power and strength. At the same time, it underlines its importance in Indian heritage. Let us tell you that India is home to Asiatic lions, which are found only in the Gir forest of Gujarat. Recently, the Defense Research and Development Organization has conducted the first successful test of the long-range glide bomb Gaurav. It was tested off the coast of Odisha, where it was launched from the Sukhoi Mk1 fighter jet of the Air Force. Let us tell you that Gaurav is a 1,000-kilogram glide bomb launched in the air which is capable of hitting long-range targets. After launching, this glide bomb moves towards the target with the help of a highly accurate hybrid navigation scheme. Its entire flight data was captured by the telemetry and electro-optical tracking system. Recently, exercise Udar Shakti 2024 concluded. It was organized in Malaysia. Let us tell you that it was a joint air exercise conducted from 5th to 9th August 2024 in collaboration with the Royal Malaysian Air Force. It was a bilateral training exercise in which the Air Forces of India and Malaysia participated. The training exercise included aerial combat exercises with Sukhoi 30 aircraft from both countries. Through these campaigns, the crews became familiar with each other's operational protocols. At the same time, it aims to increase operational efficiency and share technical expertise and the maintenance practices of both air forces. Recently, North India's largest floating solar project was installed. The floating power plant has been installed on the reservoir of Omkareshwar Dam in Madhya Pradesh. Its energy generation capacity is 90 megawatt. This project aims to reduce carbon emissions. At the same time, it is to make a significant contribution in achieving the net zero carbon emission target by 2070. It has been developed under the Union Ministry of Renewable Energy, which is being implemented by SJVN Green Energy Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of SJVN. Recently, the central government released the list of names of the winners of the Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar 2024. This award will be given on 23rd August. This is a new award started by the Government of India in the fields of science, technology and innovation. There are 4 categories of this award, which includes Vigyan Ratna, Vigyan Shri, Vigyan Yuva and Science Team. This year, 33 Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar will be given, in which 13 scientists will be given Vigyan Shri and 18 will be given Vigyan Yuva Award. At the same time, ISRO's Chandrayaan-3 team will be given the Science Team Award, while G. Padmanabhan will be awarded Vigyan Ratna. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that National Space Day will be celebrated on 23rd August. This day will be celebrated in honor of the historic successful landing of the Chandrayaan-3 mission on the moon's surface. The first National Space Day will be based on the theme of touching lives while touching the moon, India's space saga. On this occasion, main programs will be organized in New Delhi on the 22nd and 23rd of August to mark India's remarkable achievements in the field of space. Let us tell you that India has become the 4th country to land on the moon and the first country to reach its southern pole. Recently, IRCTC and National Capital Region Transport Corporation have announced the launch of One India One Ticket initiative. Through this initiative, an agreement was signed to facilitate seamless travel for the passengers of Indian Railway on Namo Bharat trains running on the Delhi-Ghaziabad Meerut RRTS corridor. Through this, passengers will be able to book tickets for Namo Bharat trains on IRCTC website and app, and they will also have the facility to cancel tickets and return payment. Similar to railway rules, Namo Bharat tickets can also be booked 120 days in advance. Recently, the Union Cabinet has approved the extension of the Prime Minister's Jeevan scheme. While it has been extended for a period of 5 years, now this scheme will be operational until 2028-29. At the same time, the scope of the scheme has been expanded to include biofuels produced from lignocellulosic feedstocks such as agricultural waste, forestry waste, industrial byproducts and algae. Let us tell you that this step has been taken to achieve the country's ethanol blending target, which is 20% ethanol blending by 2025-26. Currently, the ethanol blending rate is 15%, which is much behind the target. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.